So grab your headphones, let the journey start. With Suzy's Vegas tales, she's stealing the heart. In the city of dreams, let's laugh and play. Suzy's Las Vegas podcast, come join the sway.
Well, hello, Las Vegas and the rest of the world. Have we got a show for you today? I've got Dr. Amber and I've got Andy from SCORE, and we're going to find out all kinds of things about autism, all kinds of other stuff, maybe bodybuilding and something else. Hi, Andy. Hi, Amber. How you doing?
Great.
I'm so excited to have you guys on my show.
Thank you for having me.
Yes. So Andy knows the drill. So Andy, you tell me about this wonderful lady. So give me a little intro into this thing here.
Well, Amber is one of our recent clients at SCORE. And, as we do, we help small businesses get started, or if they're in business, help them expand their business. And this is an opportunity really for more people to learn about what Amber does. And hopefully everybody will learn something today. And if you like what you see, come back to SCORE for more individual help, or go to Amber for specific help that she can provide.
Sounds like a plan. Okay, Amber, you're on. So let's hear about you.
Great.
I want your story.
Okay, great. So, there's a lot to my story. So I'll start with, I do have a history in bodybuilding. I'm a IFBB Masters Pro Bodybuilder.
Okay.
And I have a nonprofit for autism that is called...
Congratulations.
Thank you. The Amberlin Black Foundation. And then for my work, I specialize more with what is known to be Quantum Biofeedback, and it's a form of biofeedback with alternative care and following more in holistic approaches to health and healing, helping people find how to understand more about their nervous system regulation, bringing down stress, managing day-to-day.
Amen.
For all of us.
Yeah.
And depending on what the nature of the conditions that they're going through really looks like, specifically for them. Mm-hmm. I got into that for myself initially.
Do you have autism?
I do.
Okay.
Yes. And so
when did you find out you had autism?
I was diagnosed a little bit later in life, as opposed to in my younger years, probably, which would have helped, the journey along the way.
Sure.
And through a couple of different things that I went through, it kind of came down to that choice point of figuring out what was going on and finding the professionals that could help me with that. And once that was discovered at age 37.
37?
Yes.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, quite a bit later.
Amber, may I call you Amber instead of Dr. Amber?
Absolutely.
Okay. Amber, what were some of the symptoms that you had? Can you tell me?
Mm-hmm. So, going back into childhood, I had vision issues that came up, and that changed. And it was more of really observing life from the perspective of realizing I didn't understand life the way other people understood it. And I was aware of that as a child. I was very active, but, keeping up with certain things that I saw others keeping up with was a challenge. Understanding was a challenge. I liked sports. I liked engaging in them. Mm-hmm. However, I did like my alone time. Right. So I had a tendency to isolate myself, like you do hear about with, autism or neurodivergent people on the spectrum. And so those were, little subtle cues along the way. And as I got older into, let's say, junior high and high school, I just was really having challenges keeping up with the others at the pace that they were keeping up with the programs, school, classes, and different things, and really being able to identify with why, because I didn't even know about autism at the time.
No.
Or why I wasn't able to facilitate certain things.
Your parents, did they notice anything different, or?
No, it really wasn't discussed.
Really?
No.
Where's home for you?
Houston, Texas.
Okay. All right. I love Texas.
Yeah.
I spent a lot of time down in San Antonio.
Oh, there you go.
And Houston's wonderful.
Well.
Yeah.
Yeah. So by the time I went through a couple of things that were very challenging, had some health scares, and by the time I hit my early 30s, it was, what is happening and why and who can help. And it was a process for about 5 years, actually.
Wow.
To,
figure out what was going on.
Right. And to have somebody really take a look at
Who
what it
you
was,
are and what's going on. Yeah.
aside of, maybe if I'd been a child, they would have been like, well, it could be this specific condition, but because I was already an adult, I don't think it was considered that was the potential possibility
Wow.
of what was going on.
Sure, it just passed by.
Right. So by the time, I was having other issues because my nervous system was so overburdened by the way life had kind of been unfolding for me.
Yeah.
I finally found a woman at the University of Texas Asperger's and Autism Research Center and Texas Medical Center in Houston.
Wow, they're
and
great.
she was the one that diagnosed me. And it was an all-day deal. And I was just focused on getting answers. And once I had that point of reference, it all just kind of made sense because then I could research.
Oh, thank God you tried.
And so
There must be a lot of people out there that have a problem and they can't figure out what's wrong. And yeah.
Right. Well, I was determined
Yeah.
to find some answers.
Yeah.
So what I ended up doing was finding these answers, doing more research, and I thought, well, if I'm doing all this research and then people would ask me questions and I could tell them things that were helpful, even
Sure.
clinicians,
Yeah.
I decided to go back and pursue my PhD in Integrative Medicine. So not only continue my learning and development, align myself with other peers with, the same trajectory of, like-minded people going into health and
Absolutely.
healing, but then I could say, I've done this work. I know what these processes look like, not just as a testament to my own experience, but I'm also now, credentialed and a professional in how we can go through research initiatives or other processes and kind of look through processes of elimination and discovery to find out, because it's not cookie cutter. Which way do
No.
we go with each person and what is their history? What's specific to them that's brought them into this point, and being able to identify markers for them to help them manage from a more holistic perspective in how they're
That's great.
navigating life.
I love holistic. I really do. I'm on your side
Thank you.
1,000,000%.
Yeah.
Wow. Well, Andy, how did you two get together?
Well, we have a process when people want to get a mentor at SCORE, and I don't know whether Amber used the process, but eventually I'll get a notice, say so-and-so and so-and-so would like you to be a mentor.
Right.
And do you want to accept or not? And I'll look at the description of the question and say, well, can I answer this or not? And I've got to say, with AI, I can answer most questions, believe it or not. And I know, Amber's was, I think it was how to consult for and expand my business for helping people with autism was essentially the question.
Yeah. Wow.
So I accepted it. I went to AI.
That's a big jump.
I went to AI and found a whole bunch of things that I could share with Amber. Now, again, people remember, sometimes AI has hallucinations. It needs its own mental health. So you have to check. You have to check it. You have to check it and validate it. So when I first met with Amber, I shared the AI stuff.
Right.
And it made sense, I guess.
Yeah.
It did.
Yeah.
And then, so our next steps would be to really, how do people find out about Amber? This is one way.
Sure.
But
Well, I'm
help,
glad you're here.
help
you.
her put together a marketing plan, which essentially is a schedule of activities reaching out to the world so they find out about you. And we're starting to work on that now.
In that process.
And it's working out.
process.
It's working well, isn't it?
And then further on, depending on where she wants to go with her business, we'll develop a longer range strategic plan. What do you want to look like when you grow up?
Yeah.
3 to 5 years out, you want to keep doing more of the same, which means you got to get more clients. Or can you branch out into other things that are similar to what you're doing, sort of line extensions?
Right.
Or ultimately, you've been here several years, you're ready to relax and sell the business to someone else. That's, in a nutshell, is the process that we go
Yeah.
with everybody.
Yeah.
Many of our clients come in with an idea, and that's all they have. They never even thought about how they're going to make money.
Yeah.
So that's one of the first questions I'll ask. Can we turn this idea into a financial, make it support itself?
Yes.
Otherwise, it's a nice hobby.
Right. Right. So
Right.
is it working for you?
Well, I'm just at the beginning stages of that. So, You know, my focus moving forward is also education. So speaking and educating people that are interested in how to, you know, get healthy from a natural place of moving forward in their lifestyle, behavioral changes, different things like that, and what's available to them. Not only am I interested in being somebody that can offer these one-on-one services to them, however, also speaking to groups. I'm already doing corporate lectures on health for a couple of different businesses.
Oh, that's wonderful.
And I really enjoy that a lot, and doing presentations
Here in
for
Las
them.
Vegas?
In different
Parts of the country?
around the nation, yes.
Yeah, that's wonderful.
And then what I'm also working on is my nonprofit. So that's specific for autism, PTSD,
What
and
is your,
IDD.
I think
Yes.
Rick might have something. What is your, how do people reach your nonprofit?
The nonprofit's the Amberlin Black Foundation.
Okay.
The website's www.albf.org.
Okay, all right. ALBF.org.
For the
Okay.
Amberlin Black
Okay.
Foundation. Yes.
And when you go on that, it'll tell you all kinds of things that you need to know and how to reach out to you?
Yes. Yes.
And-
There's a contact form
Okay.
on people who are interested in getting more information, how to get involved, maybe how they can be supported and moving forward, and more of the specifics on, you know, what the focus is on helping people with. A lot of times it's just nervous system regulation as it pertains to, if you look at autism or let's say PTSD.
Right.
You know, autism is PTSD. And
It is.
A lot of people don't realize that.
Oh, okay, well, I didn't realize that, so there we are.
Right. So it's
Autism is
relatable.
PTSD.
It is. And that's why I set the nonprofit up the way I did. Because when you have that understanding, you can see where we can bridge a lot of dynamics with what people go through and why they go through it in life. And with a common understanding, we can help each other, we can grow together, we can learn from one another. But there's so much in the world that causes PTSD from stress parameters that overload the nervous system. It's really about bringing us back into nervous system regulation.
What are some of your stressors, if you don't mind me asking?
Personally, or you know, just in general.
In general, like if somebody thinks that there's something wrong with them and they might have, you know, the autism or PTSD, what happens?
A common one would be anxiety. We can all relate to
Oh,
anxiety.
yeah, I get anxiety too, yeah.
So that could be, it's like, how do we bring that down? How do we prevent, if there's a trigger,
Yeah,
let's take a look at, do you know what the trigger is? If you don't, let's figure out what it is so we can really, you neutralize it. So if you think about codes,
right.
there's a code that's been put in the original template of the individual that's not theirs, right? That's a trauma.
Yeah,
So if we can reorganize that information and dissolve that code that's not of their
The
original
trauma.
design,
Yeah.
that's the
Yeah.
trigger that caused the anxiety,
yeah,
we can bring them back into their organic state as if it never happened. And they
Wow.
code a new form of information in their organism that doesn't have that anxiety response anymore.
Wow.
Right? So you fix it basically, in short. And that's a lot of the work that I do at this time
That's
around
amazing.
that. But if you understand autism, you know, as it relates to PTSD,
yeah.
you can help them from an energetic dynamic
I'm getting your idea.
because
Yeah.
it's nervous system related, it's brain operator related. So you look at the neurology of the neural pathways of what's
Sure.
going on.
Yeah.
And how does that person move through their world and the environment they're in, and what's going to be a stressor to them based on their energetic sensitivity. Right?
This is amazing.
Yeah, it's really great work
Oh, my
for
goodness.
people.
Yeah. And you said at 37, that's when you figured out that there, or somebody figured it out for you, but my God, from birth to 37, your life must have been a little interesting, you know.
It was challenging.
I'm sure it
To
was.
say the least.
Yeah.
Yes, it was challenging.
Yeah.
But, you know, the way I look at that now is contrast is such a good teacher. And had I not gone through some of those things, I wouldn't be able to identify when I see it in somebody else for what it is. and how to help them, because I didn't have that help. I navigated those waters on my own. When I was diagnosed, my diagnosing physician even said, she's like, how'd you figure this out? I said, well, I started unbinding the neural network in the brain. And she said, we have technology to do that. And you did it for yourself. And I said, well, this is what I did. And I was unbeknownst to the knowledge of the technology available.
Yeah.
Which maybe that would have made my life easier.
Yeah.
However, I ended up doing it organically, which I kind of see as an asset to helping others
sure it is.
do it for themselves organically, if I can explain how that looked for me without the knowledge, the support, or a therapist or anybody else along the side of me to help me do that. And it took me longer.
Big deal. That is a really big deal.
It is. It took a little bit longer, but if you look at AI today, it's almost, in a way, it's an organic form of that.
Sure it is. It is. You know, the brain is a very interesting thing, isn't it?
Yes, very interesting.
2 years ago, my brother was working down at the stadium, and he ended up having a stroke. And I didn't know what a stroke looked like. I really didn't. So he had that. Then they took him in for an MRI. Long story short, he ended up in a hospital, went to one hospital. They moved him to another one. He was dropped, and he had a brain aneurysm. His whole life, as he knew it, is gone. So they operated on the right side of the brain, so that, what is it, the right is the left is the right, I believe. And it took a long time to get him back to somewhat what he is today, but he's not the same person that he was before. And to talk to him, he doesn't remember any of that, and he doesn't know who he was before. And you know, it's a very interesting thing that you're involved in here with the brain and with autism and, you know, with everything that you're going for. And I'll tell you what, I commend you. Are you going to do any, are you going to write about it? Or are you going to do any workshops for people if they want you to?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yes, I'm actually currently working on a book.
Are you?
I'm working on a personal book, and I'm also working on a book that informs people about the benefits, the technology that I'm referring to with quantum biofeedback, and you know how that can really play a big role in helping them with what they're going through.
Yeah, I mean that would be wonderful.
And I'm also getting into this year starting to be an instructor for those who are interested in learning more about the technology.
Oh yeah.
At the same time, so
you're needed. You really
education's
are.
huge.
It is, it is. You know, we've got some time, and I want to talk about your other passion, about your bodybuilding and everything. Andy, are you into bodybuilding?
I like to look at it.
You maybe need to take them on the road with you. So tell us, how did you get into that?
So around age 20, I got into my interest of lifting weights. I was always involved in sports as a child.
Well, you're very muscular.
I try.
Yes.
I try to keep up with it.
You look wonderful.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Thank
really
you so
do.
much. That's encouraging to keep going, because you know, with anything, you have those days where it's like, keep going.
Yeah.
You know, be proud of where you are.
Yeah.
And keep building.
Yeah.
That's right. And so I got into it around age 20, 21.
Yeah.
And I started hanging around people who were bodybuilders because I was interested in what I was seeing.
Sure.
I just started learning, to give you the short version, up until about age 25. And I thought to myself, well, if I just keep going with it, I can do that. And I actually moved from Houston to Las Vegas my first time around in 1999. So I lived out here previously.
Geez, you and I have something else in common. I came in 1999 too.
Interesting. There you go.
Yeah.
Yeah, synchronicity.
Thank you, God.
So my first show was actually out here at the Riviera in 2000.
Okay.
And that's when it was only bodybuilding for women.
Yeah.
And then I continued competing out here. I did a number of shows. I was doing really well. Won the Nevada State Championship in 2002.
You go, girl.
I know, it's super fun. And the industry started changing a little bit.
Yeah.
I ended up with an injury that same year. And it took some time to overcome that, and many surgeries later after that as well.
Wow.
And I continued in the sport as it evolved. I did figure, which is a different division or category of the fitness industry. And
Right.
it worked,
I don't know that much about it.
it worked a little bit.
interesting.
It's kind of, a more mainstream version of not so hardcore bodybuilding, and the women wear heels, and it's changed a little bit over the years. And through my recovery of certain things and some of my injuries, I was actually out for about 7 years.
Wow.
And this was also while I was figuring out what was happening to me leading into
So you
that
had a
age
double
37.
whammy.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Yes, I sure did. And so it was in that same year, I remember I had a friend said, you need to start competing again. Well, I had gotten pretty sick and I had lost all the muscle, everything that I had worked all those years for, which I do believe, because I had worked myself so strong at the
Right.
time, that's probably what saved me by default through that gap. And
Yeah.
so she said, you need to get back up there. And we had a little, I don't want to say disagreement about it, but,
It was,
it was a conversation about,
Yeah.
I don't think I can do it anymore.
Yeah.
Too much has happened. The expectation of the performance that I would need to put myself through to do it again is a lot for me to push myself with.
Right.
And I understood that because I had already done it. So for me to achieve it again, it just didn't feel reachable for me. And she just said, you have to do it. That's your platform to help others. You need to get back up there. And I said, nobody's going to listen to me. And she said, I listen to you. She has a son that's autistic. And she said, other people listen to you.
Right.
You're the one that we want to listen to.
Right.
And I thought
That
to
made
myself,
you feel good, didn't it?
well, and I thought, well, I'll give it a shot.
Yeah.
And in 9 months, I was back on stage and I won. And
Watch out, she can take you
she
down.
said, you got to keep going with it. And I ended up back out here in Las Vegas in 2012 doing a show, and I won. And my, friends and
Yeah.
encouragers at the time said, keep going with it. I
Yeah.
still had some bumps in the road between then and now at 26. I've
Sure.
done a number of shows. But I actually won a really big event last year. And that was, that now put me at my pro position with IFBB as a WPD competitor in the Masters division.
Wow.
So it's been about 40 shows later
Yeah.
along the journey, but it's been a big role
Sure.
in my life. It's
Yeah.
played a big part of goal setting for me and something that's encouraged me to keep going. We all have something that we look forward to. It's like, there's my
Exactly.
deadline. Keep
Yeah.
going, push for it,
Yeah.
don't give up.
Yeah.
So that's been a
exactly.
big personal journey for me. And I think structurally,
Yeah.
it's really benefited grounding me, keeping me focused. I definitely live a pretty healthy lifestyle and a pretty disciplined lifestyle aside of fitness. So it just worked. The structure of it helped
Yeah.
because with autism, everything's very structured and
Yes.
orderly. So it just kind of fell right into place for me.
That's wonderful.
Yes.
Wow.
I know.
Wow.
And then I just loved doing nutrition and, everything around regenerative medicine and the biology of
Well, you
the body.
can look at her glow.
I
there,
love it.
Andy. I mean, you can tell. I mean, she's amazing. Yeah.
Thank you.
She really is. Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah. Wow. So what's next? What is the next on the
So I'm contemplating if, continuing the competitive journey.
Okay.
And, I'm not sure what date that looks like yet.
Yeah.
I'm really focused on the nonprofit right now.
okay?
Getting my programs implemented for other people, sharing with what that looks like, engaging with others. And
If people want to reach you,
Yes.
again, one more time, how do they reach you?
there's a contact form on my website, which is amberlinblack.com.
Okay.
And it's LYNNE on Amberlin Black.
Okay, well,
Just so
good. I'm glad you clarified that.
people get
Yeah.
the name spelled right.
Yeah.
Everybody spells it a little different.
Yes.
And anybody can contact me with questions through that, and I'll receive them, and I get back with everybody
So you
pretty
talk to
quickly.
people. Yeah.
within about 48 hours.
Oh, wow.
Yes.
That's great. So you really do take it serious. And
I do take it serious,
and
yes.
if they have questions, you're there to answer and
Yes.
help any way you can.
Absolutely.
Well, you're a great compliment to the community, I'll tell
thank you.
I was so glad when I met you. I went to Andy's, what do we call that?
Women's networking event,
Yes.
which we have every month.
You should see Andy in the women's networking event. Honestly, you got to go just to see him, really.
I don't know what they're looking at, but
Amber knows.
Yes.
Yes. Him and the rest of the crew, I mean, they know what they're doing.
it's
They're
really,
awesome.
It's networking really is a great opportunity for women in business to meet other women in
Yeah.
business. No matter how different the business is, the problems are always the same.
Yeah.
And it's a chance to share. It's a chance to learn about what someone else is doing in their business that might be able to help you in your business.
Right.
So all I do is, I guess I'm sort of like a marriage broker, trying to get people together so that they can leave and work together.
Well, you do a really good job. When is your next one?
I'm not sure whether we're doing one in August.
Okay.
I know there'll be one in September, and I think there's going to be another one in October.
Okay.
But, the way to find out is the same old place.
Yeah.
Go to our website, score.org/Las Vegas.
Okay.
Scroll down, it's under Take a Workshop, and then you can see a schedule of maybe the next 6 weeks of what's coming up.
Right.
And a lot of our workshops are going to be online. This one is live. It's at the U.S. Bank Building at 2300 West
Go.
Sahara.
You'll love it.
First floor parking is free.
Yeah.
And it starts at 8:30 in the morning. There's always someone bring some kind of food, usually
Yes.
bagels and,
Yeah, it's
and scones and
fabulous.
stuff like that.
I brought Steve. I brought my husband. He's going to do mentoring
Right.
too, I think.
The
He doesn't know it yet, but hi, Steve.
The title is Women's Network, but anyone can come.
Yeah.
And, we hope that it's not a waste. It's certainly not a waste of anybody's
Oh my
time.
God, no. No, you get so much out of it, really. If you like our shows, be sure to like and subscribe and share because you learn a lot here. And with Amber and with Andy, honestly, I'm just tickled to death to have you both on the show. I really am. I learn a lot from you, Andy, whether you believe it or not. I really do.
Well, I learned from you.
Yeah, this is a great place, and I like to focus on the different things in Las Vegas and around the country. But your story is totally amazing to me. It really is. For you to be able to diagnose yourself, I mean, with somebody's help at 37, I mean, you got to write a book about this.
I followed the nuggets, and the universe just kind of guided the way.
Yeah.
Little by little.
Yeah, but you did a good job. You really did, and you're writing a book right now.
I am. I'm writing a couple.
Do you do a podcast, or do you do a blog online?
I don't do a podcast right now.
Okay.
I do other podcasts with people and have
right.
conversations and things like that. Yes.
Okay, but what about like on your website? Do you do any blogs or anything? Let people know what's happening with you, and how to check out different things that they can follow you.
Like a resource fact page. Yes.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Well, that's wonderful.
Thank you.
I learned a lot today.
Great.
I really did. I love it when I learn new things.
Mm-hmm.
It makes me happy. And you guys make me happy.
Well, you know what I think I've said in one of the earlier ones.
Yeah.
Middle age is when you're doing fewer and fewer things for the last time,
Yeah.
and more fewer and fewer things for the first time, and more things for the last time.
Yeah.
You want to stay young, do more and more new things.
That's true.
Keep doing new things, and that's what keeps me going.
Yeah.
New things. And SCORE has been a great opportunity. I closed my business years ago, and I joined SCORE, and I'm always learning. I learn from every single client.
Mm-hmm.
The best thing about working as a mentor at SCORE is meeting the clients.
Oh, yeah. Well, that's the best thing about mine. This is my fun. I really, really enjoy talking to people and trying to help in any way I can. You can tell that,
This is
can't you?
fun.
Yeah, it's wonderful.
Great conversation.
I hope you'll come back
Thank
and
you.
let us know what's happening in your life. And I
Thank
know
you.
you'll be back, I'm sure.
Another client waiting to come. No.
Well, you heard it here first. So what do we want to finish up with? What's your final message there?
I would love to hear from anybody who feels the reaching out because there's something I can do to share to help them.
Sure.
If they have questions for me, don't hesitate to send me an email through the website.
And that's amberlinblack.com?
amberlinblack.com. And
AMBERLYNNEBLACK.com. See, I wanted to make sure we got it right.
And if you're interested in getting involved with the nonprofit as well on any level, would love to, have you reach out to albf.org. And there's a contact page on that website as well.
Well, I will make sure I send it to all my friends. I will, absolutely. And what's your final word
Well,
there?
if you're having problems getting a loan from a bank, we tell the banks, don't say no, say SCORE. Come
Okay.
to us and we'll help you get that loan.
You heard it here first. That's our show for today. See ya.
So grab your headphones, let the journey start with Suzy's Vegas tales. She's stealing the heart in the city of dreams. Let's laugh and play Suzy's Las Vegas podcast. Come join us, way.